And I'm not gonna lie, I blame the NBA for this because they never should have opened the floodgates for this. You're introducing gambling at a level that it hasn't been introduced before. Yes, people have always gambled for thousands of years, but when you're marketing that shit at a damn sporting event to a bunch of young kids, it's literally an inch away from entrapment, in my opinion. That's what you're literally sucking them in with the prospect and the lie of easy money so they can all get 10, 20 years in prison and then destroy their lives. Because one of the best pieces of, before I share this, let me just tell you this, best piece of advice my dad ever gave me, and I feel sorry for the guys that don't have fathers that will talk to them like my father talked to me, because my father would tell me, he'd be like, you being a dumbass, don't do that dumb shit, right? But the best advice he ever gave me was, he said, the worst thing in the world that a man can ever have is a gambling addiction. He said, if you ever want to destroy your life, get a gambling addiction. And now, mind you, my father he was addicted to heroin. He overcame a heroin addiction. And this is where I came up with my simple black male theory. When I wrote, I did something years ago called BOMB, Building Outstanding Men and Boys. And it led me to think deeply about the things that affect men and cause us to not become our very best. And also it came from when I wrote my book, What If George Bush Were a Black Man? And I said, I get it now. I think the 4 things that can destroy a man, if they're not managed carefully, are sex, drugs, alcohol, or gambling. If you take any of those 4 areas and you use them in excess, they can destroy you. Sex, Shannon Sharp. Drugs, DMX. Alcohol, Allen Iverson. Gambling, the whole fucking NBA. Excuse my French. Not the whole NBA, but a lot of those guys. I'm not saying all of them. I don't want to condemn everybody. I'm not doing that. But you know what I'm talking about. Just the fact that Michael Jordan was this big role model for everybody and had him and Antoine Walker and these guys gambling all night long, all day long, and drinking at the same time, which only accelerates your overconfidence. I get it. You're young, you're high testosterone, you're very competitive, you want to be friends with Michael. Next thing you know, Antoine blows $100 million in generational wealth. Allen Iverson blows $100 million in generational wealth. Countless other men blow $100 million in generational wealth, and we just act like that's not a big deal. It is a damn big deal. It's a very big deal. So let me play this video so we can listen to what Michael has to say. So here it goes.
How do you get players who are making millions in some cases to get involved in something like this?
You know, I don't think you understand the level of gambling among professional athletes, even college athletes. And I've been doing this for 30 years since they recruited me. All the leagues recruited me out of prison, you know, back in 1994, because they knew they were having such a problem. And I had a number of bookmakers working for me.